stop what you're doing, everybody, because it's the South American qualifiers. It is the upper. What do you call the top of the GSL group? The upper bracket of the group?
Yeah, that's the only thing you can call it.
It's the upper bracket. It's paiN Gaming versus Playmakers. I just wanted to make a dramatic entrance into
If you had dropped my phone.
You have no cover. Why don't you have a cover?
I do. I just forgot to bring it.
Why'd you take it out of the cover?
Because it charges.
Oh,
I was going to ask you. We're at the top of my hill, so
yeah,
Tap picked me up today. I was like, should I go back in for it? No, I don't care enough. It's all good. What can you do about these things?
So we're here. paiN Gaming versus Playmakers. They're the other team who managed to make their way into this upper bracket. It is the team with Kotaro, Stinger, Excel, Benches, and Faker, who is their mid player.
Wow. Faker?
Faker.
The Faker.
The Faker. He stopped playing League of Legends, and he is now in Peru playing Dota.
That is quite the transition.
Yes, from South Korea and League of Legends to Peru and Dota 2. Man of many talents. Apparently man of many ethnicities as well. So we're going to see how this draft unfolds. We get to delve into the minds of a different team when it comes to drafting. And as you can see, that is a... this is very different openers. We're going to leave Brewmaster out in the pool, which is probably a mistake, in my opinion.
5 seconds remaining.
Because that hero is goddamn crazy right now.
Mag's good too, though. And you know what? Mag's a playmaker.
Why is Mag good right now?
I don't know. It just kind of feels nice, right? Like, all these heroes lost a lot of their damage buff stuff and were given attack speed instead. And now you've got this guy that just gives you free damage. Feels nice.
Oh, that's right. New Shockwave.
Yeah, the new Shockwave thing is really cool, too. It's annoying is what it is to play against.
Pulls units towards it slightly and deals 300 damage. Slows enemies by 60% for 0.75 seconds. Distance 1200. I don't know how that compares to the previous distance.
I think it's...
It might be a little bit longer than the other one. Mana cost about the same. Cooldown is very low. 11 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Huh. Well, Shadow Shaman. Seen a
Gaming's turn to bat.
decent amount of Shadow Shaman still. There is much easier to land the Serpent Ward trap. But it also means it's a lot easier to kill the wards as a ranged hero without taking a lot of damage.
You can't phase boots through it anymore, though.
That's true.
Right?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, actually, I think you can. If you have something to right-click
5
outside of it.
seconds remaining.
That's how
AKA
phase boots
Shaman.
work, right?
So if you're playing against Shaman, just runs away from you.
Yeah, he lays wards and blinks away.
See ya.
Run! Now you're trapped. But now you also only have to kill like 1, maybe 2 wards to get out of the Serpent Ward trap.
That's not bad.
Rob's just giving me the thumbs up.
For what?
I don't know.
What'd you do?
He won. Oh, he won! He won my artifact game. Good job, Rob.
No one
I
cares.
told you we were going to win. Did you drop the bomb on him? The Necrophos bomb? Hell yeah. Rob's a smart guy.
Yeah. He's a G. For
See,
sure.
these, here's the thing. All these card game players,
Yeah.
they think they're so smart.
Because they are.
But they don't know about these big brain Dota 2 players coming
Yeah.
in like Rob. They didn't expect
10
that.
seconds remaining.
They are pretty smart guys, though.
I present you. Anyways.
5 seconds remaining.
Another Rubik picked up. I think we both agreed that Brewmaster's insane, right?
Dude, Brew is... I hate Brew so much.
Dude, this guy is so obnoxious.
The thing about Brew that makes him crazy, too, is like, you just can't kill him as a core.
Yeah.
And you don't really feel good about ganking him either. You're like, oh, well, I'm going to gank this guy who just is tanky.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't just 0 to 60 burst him, like, he gets his ult off and just, like, runs away. It's like, you know what the silly thing is? He's got, like, Wraith King's ulti, you know, in that second chance, but it actually does something.
Yeah.
I wish Wraith King was a better hero.
It actually provides, like, an 8-second disable on somebody or something absurd.
remaining.
I don't know what Cyclone. Maybe it's 6 seconds or something.
This guy is a team fight
5
god. Always
seconds
has been, always
remaining.
will be.
And now he's really strong without his ultimate. It used to be like Brewmaster was
Ulti
a
and then
one
nothing.
pump chump in that regard, right? He was like, if he has his ultimate, he's good. If he's not so good. Ice Frog is slowly trying to make him stronger without his ultimate. And then, like, it was a little bit here and there. Maybe some talent changes. Maybe make his passive a little bit stronger. Then he just dumped into it with this this new Drunken Brawler.
paiN
And
gaming.
even Cinderbrew is pretty good. But I think Drunken Brawler is what makes him actually
Dire
broken right
team
now.
pick.
I like that though. I like that he's not just making obvious changes. Just do little things.
You mean he was just making little things.
Yeah.
And then in this last patch, he made some dramatic changes.
I mean, kind of, but every hero still feels like the same hero at least.
What? Brewmaster does
10
not feel like the
seconds
same hero.
remaining.
I haven't played it, so I'm just bullshitting. I know that he tosses
5
like
seconds
sticky
remaining.
stuff on you, and all of a sudden fire hurts you more or something.
No, that's no longer the case.
God bless.
The C patch took that out. You know that he had that idea for he had that idea for Batrider a
Yeah.
long time ago.
I remember that actually.
Yeah.
So Radiance made
Sticky Napalm.
yeah.
Yeah. It just said fire damage. Fire damage does more.
What does that mean,
And
Ice
you're
Frog?
you're like, oh, what?
10 seconds.
We're getting into some real Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon territory here.
Yeah. Oh, that
5
yeah,
seconds
again.
remaining.
That's another Dota 1 idea.
Fire
coming
types?
back into Dota 2.
Water types, grass types.
What I like about paiN Gaming's lineup so far is that we talked about, or at least I talked about, the Brewmaster 5 position
Mhm.
is actually very hard to deal with. And then we see Rubik being mid as well as support. Presuming Winter Wyvern is kind of locked into that 4 or 5 position still, but feels like that the draft is very open in that
Yeah.
regard.
So whoever wins this now gets to go to the 4-team bracket, right? They're guaranteed?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a pretty big match. And there are limited slots. There's only 2 reserved for South America, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what makes the NA quals, I'm just going to say it makes it less hype for me, that there's 3.
Yeah.
Because you have 3 clear favorites.
Yeah. Whenever you have to have like 2 really strong teams battle it out for a final slot, that's when it's hype.
Yeah. How many does Europe get? 3?
Think
You're-
so. And there's like 5 contenders. for that
Yeah.
slot.
Europe might
Dire
deserve
team
more,
back.
and that's
That's
the crazy
dangerous.
part.
Naga Siren.
But we got Naga into the pool again, which is a hero that we saw used against paiN previously.
Yeah. Wonder how it'll do here against Slark. I presume it's a fairly strong hero.
Yeah. I mean, you could always use a wiggity, 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 and then split into 4.
Yep.
You know about that trick, though, right? To figuring out which
10
illusion is the real one.
seconds
No,
remaining.
how do you do that?
So, for people that don't know, for like a split
5
second, the real
seconds
one
remaining.
appears first.
Mm.
So just watch for which one reappears first.
Then you've got Song of Siren as well. Slark can't do anything about. They've actually got some hard disables that are going to be hard for Slark. Winter's Curse as well. Lich is another hero. I talked about his rework quite a bit. I would say the most OP ability is now his Frost Shield, which provides 60% damage reduction at level 4 and does damage in an AoE for like 60 seconds. It is only physical damage, though. That isn't made super clear, but that damage reduction is only applied to physical. So you can still lay a bunch of
paiN
magic damage on
Gaming's
those heroes.
turn to ban.
That'll definitely really help out the Slark as he gets a little bit squishy when he's not in his ultimate. He's got a couple of buff ups, right? He's got Empower as well as the Lich. You also have the Stare that Lich does. So now Lich has
The stare is so cool.
The Lich actually has a hard disable now.
I was like, kind of,
10 seconds
I was like, what is this ability? Like, why did I start give it? And now it's just cool. It's just cool.
5
Yeah.
seconds
You get an
remaining.
Aether Lens, that thing is boss.
It works really well with Chain Frost as well.
Yes.
You get in those situations where they're obviously going to try and split up, and you're able to pull them, at least keep them from running away, or even sometimes even better, pull them back in to their ally.
The stair is so cool.
You know, you can actually you gain cliff walking when you're getting stared at,
Really?
so you can get pulled up onto cliffs by it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does he have a cast range talent?
I don't believe he does, but that's why I personally think that Aether Lens is.
I go Aether on that hero.
I think Aether Lens is like
paiN Gaming's turn to
so
pick
strong on
Dire
ledge.
team pick.
As a result, because most of your abilities are very low range. Enigma. So we now have a Rubik mid, and I think a Brewmaster support. Naga Siren safe lane, Enigma off. That's how I'm going to predict it is. So we've got a third disable
10 seconds remaining.
that can work against Slark despite his Dark Pact.
5 seconds remaining.
You like that, William?
It'd be kind of broken if you could Dark Pack off Black Hole.
Well, yeah.
It'd be like your weird essence that comes out of you beats his.
Yeah. Be kind of broken if
Now
if you could
select
pounce
your
to stop TPs too.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of broken, but. So is it it's a silencer mid? It's a silencer mid. Faker's playing silencer.
Okay. We'll see. I can't tell you how that matchup's going to go against Rubik because these are things that have not been.
They have not been explored.
I'd imagine. Okay, the thing about Silencer is that he wins a lot of matchups.
Uh-huh. Why?
I mean, you out harass. Last Word is an insane ability. Glaives is very efficient. Like any sort of most heroes that have orb effects or like orb blocking are gonna win.
Mm.
Is that what it's called? Orb blocking?
Yeah. Being able to harass without drawing creep aggro is big advantage. And if you ever gain enough of an advantage, you're able to stand on the other side of the creep wave. That's when things get real hairy.
I do like both lineups. I'm not sure which one I like better. I think Playmakers, the downside of their lineup is that it's very much based on. I think this mag has to have a good laning phase.
Yep.
You got to get your mag online, get him levels so that he can buff up Kotaro.
They're very all in on having big RPs, right?
Yeah.
And if they do get the big RPs, they have Global Sounds to follow it up. Slark's going to get a lot of damage in there, a Lich, Chain Frost. There's a lot of good stuff that happens after that.
Their
But
ability to start fights is a lot harder than paiN's. So that's why I think the mag has to have a good game, because I think a lot of Dota is predicated on who gets the jump first. Because it gives you such a from like a strategy point of view, it gives you such an advantage to always be able to jump first. That's what allowed paiN to roll over 16 in the last game. It's because they were always able to start the fight. And being able to start the fight is a lot easier for them this game, because even though you have counter jump on the side of Playmakers, the fear, of course, is that eventually just one of these initiations has to go right.
Mm-hmm.
What are you laughing at? The wiggity arms?
I love
The
Enigma's
wacky
taunt.
inflatable arms?
Yeah. Meanwhile, paiN Gaming, they have a classic combo. Right? They've got Naga, Siren, Enigma. Song into Black Hole.
I like it. I like it.
A wyvern's breath.
A wyvern's breath.
See
30
how
seconds to battle.
mid-silencer fares. Maybe with, I guess with all the Null Talismans builds, like that's yet another hero that really takes advantage of that build, right? Put you in your Glaives of Wisdom, even your other spells, just getting the spell amplification.
What's the starting build for Weehaw?
I presume it's the same, right? Null Talisman
I
branch.
see. So people aren't going for the
The
Fairy Fire
battle
anymore.
begins.
Why do you think that is?
So you can eat the Tango. It's probably more efficient HP wise.
Do you think that means that mid lane is more about like harassment?
Yeah. I mean, the problem with the first tango is that once you eat it, especially in matchups where you plan on getting heavy harass, like both of them should see pretty heavy harass. Like one side has Rubik, one side has Silencer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Silencer's going to cop a lot of he's going to get hit by a lot of CSing Fade Bolts.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of things, like Rubik's going to get hit by Glaives.
Wasn't this always the issue with a with Silencer core though against teamfight heroes like Enigma? Is that you can't play forward as a core. Otherwise, you're going to get caught by some sort of disable, and maybe you get bursted down, or maybe they just get a black hole while you're stunned. Or something.
Yeah. I remember some game where Complexity played it, where Limp, it was in China where Limp played it for the same purposes. And the problem with it as a mid hero is that he has no flash farm ability. And a hero that doesn't have flash farm ability usually needs the ability to dominate the lanes. That's like what the old Razor trade-off has always been, right? Like,
yeah,
you can't really flash farm, but you get to win your lane most of the time. And once they took away his ability to dominate lanes, the hero kind of became useless. And the problem with Core Silencer is that if you don't dominate your lane, it's going to be hard for you to recover because you just can't farm as quick as most of the other core heroes can.
Right. Kentaro taking so much harassment. And will actually die here. So Misery didn't even have to use his Drunken Baller towards the end there. They just get the kill without it. But you could see the support Brewmaster already proving to be quite the menace. They tried to go on him early with the combination of the slow of the Frost Shield plus just right-clicking a bunch and just pop Drunken Brawler and fought them.
So mid lane is in favor of the Rubik for now. Just the ability to nuke out is helping him quite a bit. As Weehaw has his bottle, he's going to grab a haste for himself. But so far so good. And how's our Magnus doing? He's actually pretty much tied up in CS with the rest of the group.
Yeah, he's doing well.
What's that in his backpack? Is that a salve?
Almost died. Hold on. Gotta see if Stinger makes it out of here, because now he's been slowed down. If they get a little lucky, they have the ensnare, actually. No TP out.
You made that real anticlimactic for yourself. Yeah, he's got a TP.
He's got a TP.
Oh.
Archangel's gonna have to get really I mean, just TP back in a lane. He's so far away.
Yeah. I don't think he anticipated having to take that long.
Yeah. Oh, you brought up Razor, by the way? That guy, he now also flash farms. He wins lanes and flash farms. Cute combination.
Was that his only change?
No, I don't think it was his only change. His Q now slows. But his bigger change was obviously his passive. Now applying damage instead of what it did before in an AoE. Instead of just zapping on. TP out, but Misery's not going to be as lucky here. Pops a Drunken Brawler, does do a lot of damage to Excel. Excel's actually going to die first. That's the Drunken Brawler in action.
That was so dumb. Well, it's time for me to duel.
Time for me to just casually crit, like turn into a PA.
That reminds me, it's like the Joker scene in Batman. Want to see a magic trick? Crits him like 4 times in a row. All right, that's it. Haha.
I thought you were talking about the motorcycle scene.
What motorcycle scene?
Hit me! Where Batman's driving at him with the motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
The Joker's just telling him, hit me!
One time, me and my roommates let's say we got inebriated. And watched that entire movie in Spanish.
Bottom lane, managed to get a kill on Stinger. Top lane.
Misery just
some action.
Don't fight that, man. Learned your lesson.
The thing about Drunken Ball, it's like the really crazy part is he gets the movement speed to close in on you, and then he right clicks you a bunch, and then he gets the movement speed to run away again. It's kind of absurd. paiN are going to be able to get 3 out of 4 of the bounty runes. So
very nearly my Exodia strat.
Very nearly.
Not quite there. Did he get cursed, by the way?
He did steal curse,
Huh.
yes.
I figured you'd get last word in this matchup, but I guess I was wrong.
Even just the value level of last word, right? Does so much. Oh no, doesn't do that much damage anymore. It used to do 120 damage at level 1, so it was like crazy value, but not so much anymore. Killing some Eidolons, maybe killing Tavo. Gonna be able to hit him with the pounce. Here comes Misery, looking to be able to slow him down. He's going to turn on Guitarro, starts getting some of those crits, and the Eidolons as well. It's too much physical damage for the Slark. Back over to bottom lane where they do manage to kill Archangel, but King RD does have a Splinter Blast if he gets a little bit too close to Stinger, or maybe they're actually going to turn around and kill King RD. King RD throws out the Splinter Blast, not enough to be able to kill Benjis, and with that pullback there of the Shockwave, Benjis, two of them managed to pick up a double kill there. Weehaw in mid lane has to juke out Faker to be able to stay alive because of an Arcane Curse. Now he's going to be silenced up, or Arcane's Curse once again. Misery. I don't know what's happening.
13 HP.
Wait, he goes phase boots?
Huh.
Why?
I have no idea.
I really do not like phase boots on Rage Roast. Turn around, silence, Faker will challenge Weehaw, but he's not going to win this 1 versus 2. And the Cold Embrace will be able to buy him some more time. Lich is going to be blown up real quickly by a quick crit from Misery. 2-0-2 build. No Cinder Brew required.
Top tower is under attack.
So mid is being won for paiN, top is being won. The only lane that's going bad for them is just this bottom lane for the Naga Siren.
Yeah, but even then, she's top in CS,
That's true.
so she'll recover at some point. That's just the nature of the hero.
Yeah.
Like the rest of her team is doing well enough, and we talked about how heroes like Silencer need good lanes to be able to do stuff. As
Are they going to get a skewer back or an RP or anything? No, they don't want to commit that much. Figure they probably don't have the damage. And he is level 6, so they do have to be a bit worried about maybe an early Song of Siren. Doesn't have it leveled up. Faker is going to be gone on in mid lane. Weehaw using his supremacy to do more damage with his spells than the Silencer can output. Taro is going to be Drunken Brawler Don. Just crit after crit.
it honestly doesn't get old to watch that.
Yeah. And now he's got phase boots too.
Okay, so Kataro is 17 CS to the 47 of the Naga. So even though the Mag's having a pretty good laning phase, it's counterbalanced by the fact that everyone on the side of paiN is having a good laning phase.
Yeah.
Like even this Brew almost has the same CS as this Slark.
Bottom lane, Weehaw going to be caught. Cold Embrace is going to be able to buy him some time here. He also has Fade Bolt. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage to the RP. They're going to make sure this Rubik does stay down. But Benjis will tick out here. The last couple of shots from King RD will finish the job. King RD will get out. And still has Winter's Curse available.
That was the RP expended.
Yeah. So a lot blown by Playmakers just to get a 1-for-1 trade. Have to say, don't think that this silencer is really working too well for them. He's going to go for a Tread Silencer, which is probably more of the norm.
I don't even know. You sort of need attack speed though on Silencer. Like this is what messes me up a lot now about the patch is that treads feel like what phase used to be and vice versa. They're like some weird halfway amalgamation between each other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, sounds to make sure he can't get off of Fade Bolt.
He's got a lot of stick charges.
Keep up their damage, but they still have King RD here as well. Try and hit him with the Splinter Blast. They actually separate pretty well. Faker turns around, gets off a curse, but is actually going to try and lay some damage into Weehaw, giving up his life in the process, but he's just not going to make it. Faker tries to run him down, but doesn't have it. Weehaw actually expended a spell.
Wasn't he okay?
I don't know. Maybe he judged that the Arcane Curse was going to last long enough anyway.
I see.
It's possible.
I'd have to watch that replay because otherwise it just looks like he killed himself.
Yeah.
That's the alternative to that situation. Whatever, Weehaw's a boss. I'm sure it was fine.
Take a look at the net. Not the net worth. Not the net worth. That's also not the net worth. Found it. 5K net worth for Weehaw, so he's definitely far ahead, but trading his life for that silencer. It's only sitting at 3K net worth. Can't feel too good.
Can't come back on silencer. Very hard. You have to just
Radiant's bottom tower
put
is under
repeatedly.
attack.
Try to get some
Radiant
CS.
structures are fortified.
Well, William, you did say your win condition for Playmakers was Benji's having a good game.
Yes, sir.
He is going to be closing in
Dire's
on the
top
Blink
tower
Dagger
is under
very
attack.
soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tavo.
attack.
Pounced on. Can't really kill him, though, that's for sure. Faker goes down in the mid lane. Just want to make sure Kotaro does make it out. He's forced to use his ultimate here. It's going to be Black Hole. Tavo really committing for this one. Does hit him with another Satyr Blast. He just needs a bit more damage. Kotaro trying to hide away into the trees. Won't make it in time. Tavo gets the solo kill against a Slark while mid dies. Bottom dies. The Magnus died as well.
Let me tell you another problem with the core silencer. Is that when you play support silencer, it's not as big of a deal if you don't use global to try to save yourself. Right? Like, if you're support silencer and you see yourself getting gone on, you just blow it. But the problem with core silencer is, like, it's such a big part of your toolkit. Like, you're going to use it offensively as well as defensively. So the opportunity range that you have to only block the black hole doesn't really exist as much as it does. Like, here, he's going to use it, but that means by the time they have the next black hole, they'll have it up again, right?
That was some serious hate, and that was unnecessary. He blew RP when he had him under control with the Sinister Gaze.
And that's a brew that they killed. Like, that's
the support.
that's a 5-position brew that you just pop 2 ults on. No. Don't care.
Our Lich is super poor. This man got, he's got boots to his name, that's it. Needless to say, top lane was not successful whatsoever. Kotaro sitting at 3,300 net worth. Faker just a step behind him right now. Gank here in the jungle. Misery gonna run into Excel. They see each other, but now Excel's gonna be run down. Tries to get the damage reduction off, but it doesn't make a difference against that harsh magic damage from Weehaw. He's got the 26% added in, plus extra damage of the Null Talisman as well. There's probably no reason for this ability to do 320 magic damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Considering you have some damage amp, I would guess that's probably supposed to
Dire's
be
bottom
lower.
tower is under attack.
Smoke up from Playmakers, a
Radiant
4-man
are
smoke up to
scanning.
this top lane where Kotaro has been farming, but they
Dire are
got the
scanning.
successful scan on both sides. But
Dire's
the more
bottom
important
tower
one is that
is under
Tavo
attack.
reads the fact that he is getting ganked right now, will play very safe as a result. You're going to get some aggressive vision down,
Radiant's
but
top
won't be
tower
able to
is
find a
under attack.
kill.
Their
and
mid tower's
Weehaw-
just getting taken.
Yeah, he's just using this space.
Dire's middle
No one's
tower
doing
is
anything
under
about
attack.
this. You'd ideally like to see somebody respond. Like, this is what makes smoke plays obvious. When 2 separate lanes are being pushed out like this, by the easiest core to gank, I'd imagine, Rubik, right? And this 5-position brute just get 2 free lanes, then you know that they're trying to make some sort of play happen around the map. Like, that's what makes smoke plays obvious, is when you're in these positions where you go for these smoke plays, none of your lanes are pushed out, 'cause then no one really has to show up. And look at this, like, Misery's just going to keep going. And if you don't deal with this, like, it makes it even more increasingly obvious where everyone is on the map.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah,
So
under
they're all
like
just gonna commit
still
to this
chilling
top.
out here.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is
Tavo,
under
he's not
attack.
even
Tavo should
letting
just
them
run.
take the tower.
Like, Tavo, if he just doesn't die here, this was the most worth play for them. Like, they just gained
They
1,000 GPM.
re-smoked for this, by the way.
Okay, so they're going to kill Tavo.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Probably?
Yeah, he's definitely going down. The Winter's Curse just a tad too late now. Benjis is protected by the Lich right now. They're going to try and turn on him. Misery will be able to blow him up in time.
Nice.
Misery underestimates how much damage they had there. And now mid lane, they're going to be able to catch him from behind. The TP coming in from Faker, plus the disables out from Stinger. A well-planned gank from Playmakers. It works in the top lane, but it's this mid lane that really feels like the extra bit of oomph they needed to get back into this game.
But if you look at the situation, like top 3 net worth are still firmly in favor of paiN Gaming.
Yeah.
Because of how all of that shook up. Like, it just took them too long to make those kinds of plays. And now the Slark is switching to what looks like an S&Y build. I think he's realizing, like, I'm too far behind to go Shadowblade.
Yeah.
And even going Shadowblade doesn't really give him kill ups. Like, look at the enemy team. Like, who do they kill here?
Faker's dead. How did he die?
Naga with Diffusal.
Snared Diffusal for Wraithband. Naga's hitting for over 150 damage without the Diffusal Blade extra. And Misery's just in here soloing Roche by himself. A drunken brawler.
How quick he does it.
Alright, so this gives us a better test of like how good Naga Siren is at taking Roche, because they have no other minus armor besides that.
Yeah, I mean, but they have a lot of different ways. They've got the Centaur to tank it. They've got the tons of Eidolons.
Yeah. I feel like that was pretty fast, though. I mean, for extra damage, they pretty much had Eidolons in him. Kataro gonna run into Archangel and vice versa. It's gonna be slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. Now, you now realize that one of these Nagas is real, but they're gonna be songed up. Will they trap here from Archangel? Misery's just going to pop that ultimate, and they're going to go straight for the Lich. Immediately blow him up. Now, Kataro does manage to get out of the tornado laid out by Misery, but he's got another one coming soon. 1 second's time, and tries to lay it out. No Dark Pack activated, so he's going to be stuck here for a little while. Does manage to pick up a Shadow Blade.
Ooh, so he does go back for the Shadow Blade.
And now, they may have an opportunity to win this fight if they overextend, but it just doesn't seem possible, actually. Benjes win the back line. He had RP and Skewer. Doesn't want to risk it. Perhaps that's for the best, as paiN Gaming have an 11,000 net worth lead. It is a harsh uphill battle for Stinger and the rest of Playmakers. Another item rolling in. That's going to be the mech now for Tavo after a Helmadom and Hand of Midas. Aghanim Scepter next for Weeha's Rubik, who did not go for the same build we saw from the Rubik previously. He decided to go for drums. He's actually got a lot of attack speed as a result between these two items.
He's going to run into...
Stinger tries to surround him with the wards, but there is
you got to target
too
fire
many
with the wards.
teammates. They need to be able to target down, but he's already gotten away with that Invis route. And now Stinger, he's going to be gone on by Misery. He's already dead. Tavo, they're trying to finish him off before he gets out the black hole. They do manage to good skewer him down to death. King RD going to be pounced upon. He does have the Winter's Curse as well as the Archer Burn. Might be able to run away, but Faker controlled up by Weeha. Nice RP in from Benjes. That'll be able to save Faker's life perhaps, but Misery just mans up. He drunken brawls his way out of here. Finally, the nuke damage comes in from the Lich. The Chain Frost bouncing around, still laying into Archangel, so maybe Kataro, who's stolen plenty of stats, can come back at this. One shots the Winter Wyvern, now goes on to Weeha as well. He will be able to take him out, and that Aegis, it's a 1 versus 2 now. Kataro and Benjes with the Courier dying as well. They don't want to challenge the Naga Siren in round 2, feeling like they've already done enough to come back into this game off of that team fight.
Ooh. That was brutal. How did that go so wrong?
I don't know. Did they buy back? They didn't buy back on it. Oh, they bought back on Lich.
Okay. Still, the amount of impact that fight had. I mean, the main part is that their Slark just sort of went unchecked.
Yeah.
On top of that, they lost the core early on. The Enigma got gone on the global. The last word, I think, actually, was what destroyed him there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have. Ooh, that's brutal. It's like the Silencer's teamfight impact is still there, despite the severe lack of items. And it looked like the jump was kind of bad because they went on Weeha, who just popped an invis and sort of walked away.
Right.
But, I mean, Weeha wasn't really able to steal anything either.
Definitely shows it'll be a big difference when they have Guardian Graves on Tavo, right?
Yeah, he needs a way to break. Oh,
Misery.
another one.
He is able to get it off, and now Stinger has to blink away. Kotaro should be fine. Or at least, is he going to be fine, Stinger? 5 seconds till his blink, straight up. Tornado into the black hole, but he's invis. They don't have the vision. Finally, they lay down the sentry. Perhaps it's a bit too late, though. Kotaro gets a little bit of vision. They spot him again.
Nice.
Sentry after sentry.
They're going to go high ground. They've got wards.
Laid out. They're ready to go.
Weehaw somehow stole... Oh, no, he didn't. He got Ether Shock.
Yeah, Ether Shock.
I thought he stole wards. Maybe you were still clicked on the Shaman. And I missaw.
Yeah, maybe. They do have wards up for the Shaman, so they still have some team fight here. They're going to come in. Benches. Ready to go with the big RC.
He's got 3.
The opportunity. Almost catches 3. Dead is 2, but the Chain Frost bounces between the 2. That's going to be a support down as well as a core sinister gaze to make sure there's no Winter's Curse laid out. Misery skewered back into the tier 3. A beautiful skitter out from Benches. Tavo is not left with anything left because they used that black hole. They're missing the team fight, but Archangel has the farm to be able to make up for it. Immediately goes for Benches. Another invis to be able to save the day, but Faker, just the illusions is enough to chase him back to the fountain. You can see Stinger.
Dire's top tower
They really
is
need to
under
get a
attack.
dust on a core or something like that.
Yeah.
People are just sort of continuously walking away as Archangel might just get
TPN,
caught out here.
TPN, this is the opportunity. Archangel out of position here, but they don't have a disable to stop that song. At least they force something out here. Stinger trying to go for the 20-minute bounty runes. Those are gone. Caught by Tavo, though, with the constant Malphite stuns. That's going to be enough for the Satyr to get the big blast in. Take that pick off. He's now dead for a full minute.
Oh, that black hole. I mean, that RP looked like it was going to be a 3-man. He hesitated to ping and tell his team he was going in.
Yeah.
Then the Enigma barely moves out of range for that. You okay?
Yeah. I'm just slowly dying on the inside. It's got the 150 GPM now, the Enigma. Oh, wait, what? When you go Hannah Minus, aren't you supposed to go to the cooldown?
Yeah, that's
'Cause it
normally
gives
what
you-
happens.
Gives you GPM and everything else. Kotaro.
Your
realizes
Hanamitis
there's
is your
something there.
your 150 GPM normally.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Interesting decision, though.
Misery working on a Vlad's. Pick off that I've been seeing a lot of lately. It's a lot more Vlad's. Is there any reason why?
It's cheap. It's a lot cheaper now, right?
Yeah.
It's like less than 2k gold, in fact. It's one of the most efficient items I think that you can get as 5-position support. I mean, I don't think it's bad because there's a ton of physical damage.
You add in the fact that everybody has a lot of stat items now
Yeah.
as well. That makes Vlad's better. I'm trying to find Vlad's on the list of the patch log. It's not working.
V-Lads.
And in general, it's a great item for any aura item is great for Brewmaster because he keeps it on his Earth Panda when he pops his Primal Split. And it'll just make him a bit tankier and hard to deal with as well. Actually, no, the stats are really low on it. +2 all attributes. It's pretty much just an aura item.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Creeps are going to be pulled by Benjes, but it won't stop this tier 2 from falling.
Dire's bottom tower has
No map control whatsoever for Playmakers, and if they lose Benjes, they lose all of their high ground capabilities, so it's a good thing he manages to wriggle his way out of there.
He's got, this is a DD Slark. I think they really want to try to take this fight.
Well, I think he wanted the courier. He saw the courier thanks to the ward, but it's hidden away.
The rest of his team is so far back.
Once he gets a BKB, do you think this game can turn around for Playmakers?
No, I think you need more items on everyone.
Mm.
I think the Silencer needs more items. Right now, what's keeping them in the game is that they have such a heavy mid-game like team.
Yeah.
They don't scale as hard just because like their Silencer's so far behind.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, but Global's still really good at this phase of the game. But there will be a point where everyone gets BKBs and stuff, and Greaves and all those items, and then it becomes less and less relevant.
Tamo's
Radiant's
building
top tower is
outside
under
of his
attack.
black hole entirely.
Radiant structures
He's saying screw
are
the black hole?
fortified.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just guarding Greaves. Now building for a Necronomicon.
Hey, Necro 3 is nice against Lark.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
There's a
tower
heart now on
is
this
under
Naga
attack.
too. Like, you're not going to burst her.
No, you're going to start chipping away at the tier 3.
Oh, look at that. She
Radiant's
split her
top tower
illusions.
has fallen.
They know which one the real one is now. They know it's not the mid one.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll prompt the skill.
Oh! Missed the skewer on the real one.
That's going to be a tower.
Weeha actually
Dire's
steals the
bottom tower
skewer.
has fallen.
It's going to be a casual tier 3.
They're gonna.
Is there a response right now from Playmakers? Like, what do you do here?
Dire's
Their
bottom
range
barracks
racks
are
is just
under
getting
attack.
taken. It's getting pretty low now. Yep.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Wow. Kataro's saying give it all up, I think.
I guess
doing-
you have to, but
Nothing but cut waves and stuff.
Dire's bottom barracks are
they're
under
just going to...
attack.
I think paiN should just be bold for this and hit this, yeah. Okay.
Skewer back. Managed to get the real one. Instant
the damage.
disable, but they really don't have damage, especially without their Slark Winter's Curse laid out on Stinger. But that's a fair amount of abilities blown. Kataro's going to come in, starts going for Misery. He managed to get a real what a skewer back from Weeha. That prompts the Global Silence to make sure Kataro can get out of there, but he's still caught by the black hole. He's dead.
No.
Archangel slows down Faker with the Diffusive Blade. That'll be 2 cores dead now.
Oh, man, that's skewer.
What a play from Weeha, that stolen skewer.
What's
from
weird is,
earlier.
like, that decision for them, they're like, all right, we're going to give up the racks. Well, then you might as well not be there.
Yeah, you might as well not fight after the racks are dead.
Yeah. Just wait for them to go for the... I'm not quite sure what they were waiting for to begin with, but if you're just going to give up that racks for free, then, I mean, it's gone.
Dire's middle
Yeah.
barracks has
There's
fallen.
nothing to defend down there.
And uncontested Naga Siren Core takes buildings
here you go.
real quickly.
3-man
There's the
RP.
big RP. Chain Frost coming in. Can it do enough damage? No. Not at all.
In fact,
Not
the
even
counter
close.
RP.
Everyone's going to die on the side of Playmakers, and even the buybacks won't change
Dire's top
things.
barracks are under
They're chased
attack.
all the way back to their base. They're going to have a
Radiant's top
lane
tower is
of
under
racks
attack.
dead. Bottom, mid, soon to be
Dire's
top.
top
That
barracks
is
has
Megas.
fallen. Dire's top barracks has
And that, I believe, is the game for Playmakers, unless
The
gonna
silencer
fight
has
for
some
one of the
AoE
greatest-
ability that does 10,000 damage instantly.
Guitars. He's done. He's over.
Dang.
Well, it seems like paiN's just picking up speed, man.
The crazy part was this game felt longer than it had to be, and it was short.
Yes, it was below 30 minutes.
And yet it felt like paiN was going to win this game for a while.
Yeah.
Just 1 or 2 sloppy fights, but eventually Weeha, who steals the skewer from the Magnus, brings him back. And that's going to be an easy one. Look at that. Never really in doubt at any point, according to the gold graph.
Yeah. Is this more one-sided than Game 2, that last series?
No. The last game was...
Well, paiN may be making this quite the early evening for both themselves as well as us on the broadcast, because they just need one more game like that, and today is done. They've made their way into the playoffs.
Yeah. Archangel 11-1-2. Tavo 5-2-15. But Misery really, I think, destroyed this game. He just ran a top lane.
So, change-ups for the draft, ban Brewmaster, right? I don't think you give that hero up.
That hero felt really strong this game.
Yeah.
The crazy part about this hero is, like, you no longer need a blink. I don't even know if you want to blink as a 5 position, because you want to just run in at people and force them to dump spells on you.
Yeah. And he went Vlad's pipe.
Yeah.
So,
It's good.
rough times. All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back for Game 2 for hopefully a more competitive matchup between paiN and Playmakers.